Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe so you can be notified when I go live or when I upload a new video. And that way you guys can be notified anytime I go live. Now, I am just curious to find out if some of you guys would like to go live maybe sometime today or tomorrow and discuss this case. If you do, give this video a like or just leave it in the comment section and we will see about trying to go live. I just wanted to hop on here and go over this. It appears that Robert Brooks' family is speaking out. His son did make a statement, and I thought he had a son, but I wasn't for sure. But I'm going to read to you. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, I think this is WROC. This headline and his statement. Rochester, New York. The family of Robert Brooks spoke publicly for the first time since his death in the aftermath of the brutal beating at Marcy Correctional Facility earlier this month. Loved ones and activists demanding change gathered for a rally and vigil Monday night outside the Monroe County Jail in Rochester. Brooks, a Greece native, was incarcerated at the facility in 2017, sentenced to serve 12 years behind bars for assaulting a woman with a knife. However, more than halfway through his sentence, he was already halfway through his sentence. Brooks died December 10th after the New York State Attorney General said he was beaten by several staff members, most of them correctional officers. Governor Kathy Hochul on Monday announced she was heartbroken by this unnecessary loss of life. Monday night calls for change rang out as loved ones mourn the loss of Brooks in Rochester. It comes just days after the AG released body camera footage of the alleged assault. He took advantage, and here's what he has to say. His son, and his name is Robert Brooks Jr., and he says he took advantage of every opportunity to make a positive impact on his community. He had a loving, generous heart and a special concern for young people, said Robert Brooks Jr., the son of Robert Brooks. Our deepest wishes are that my father's death will not be in vain. His killing must be a catalyst for change. Loved ones told News 8 that they were still coming to terms with the situation, adding that the past few weeks have been taking a toll on the entire family. Our family has focused on supporting one another, but the circumstances surrounding my father's death has been massively hard. We are taking one thing at a time, Brooks Jr. said. Friends, family, and those wanting to see meaningful change chanted and rallied as those incarcerated inside the Monroe County Jail flashed their cell lights on and off in a solidarity. Reuben B. Coates told News 8 the body camera footage released struck a chord with him as his own son was incarcerated. The Brooks son and his parents are members of my church, and I think anybody that got a family member incarcerated here should be here tonight, Coates said. Stand up for their rights out here because no one deserves to be treated like that, you know? And the guy have been getting away with this. It's time to stop. It's really time to stop. According to DOCCS, the following staff members have been suspended without pay: Sergeant Michael Mayshaw, Sergeant Glenn Trombley, CO Matthew Gallagher, sorry if I mispronounced that, Gallagher, and then CO Nicholas Anzalone, Nicholas Anzalone, CO David Kingsley, CO Nicholas Kiefer, CO Robert Kessler, CO Michael Fisher, CO Christopher Walworth, CO Michael Along, CO Shay Scoff, CO David Walters, and Nurse Kyle Dashnall. And then there was only one person that resigned, CO Anthony Farina. Monday night's rally joined mounting calls for systematic change throughout communities across New York State. The way that Mr. Burke was killed is just horrifying. It's terrible enough to lose a loved one, especially an incarcerated loved one, when the family knows that they weren't with them during their final moments. But I think this, it's especially hard to know that you've lost a loved one this way, to this kind of senseless act of violence, said Elizabeth Mazar, partner attorney at Hughes Sokol Pierre lawsuit or law firm based in Chicago. Mazar is representing the Brooks family. We've heard these more recent reports about how some of these officers have been involved in other, alleged acts of pretty extreme violence against prisoners, and have been involved in ongoing litigation. So it certainly raises questions about, whether there's a real cultural problem that's been allowed to fester at Marcy or sort of within the prison system in general, Mazar said. 1 week ago, Mazar recalled first meeting with the Burke family alongside investigators at the Attorney General for the first time viewing of the disturbing footage. Mazar noted, while it has been difficult for the family in general to bear witness to such treatment of a loved one, the need for accountability is paramount. Our office has been contacted by so many people over the last week who have said they have been at Marcy or been formally incarcerated, that viewing this video has just brought them to tears because they know things like this happen all the time, just that people, it's just not seen, or people don't believe it, and really just sort of wishing us well and sending the best to the Brooks family. And that is something that's really stuck with me, said Mazar. In my years of working, and particularly getting to know some incarcerated people will tell you things like this do happen with some frequency. And I think when you look at the video and sort of see the expressions on the officer's face and the body language of the people around there, you certainly get that sense that this is not like an exceptional act or not something that doesn't happen with some frequency. So part of what we are going to learn about and get as much information as we can about is what was in place systematically that kind of led us to what happened to Mr. Brooks in December of this month. And I know the family is very interested in learning the answers to those questions too, and ensuring that things like this don't happen, she added. Mazar also noted the family is planning in the far future to file a civil lawsuit over Robert Brooks' death. Yeah, I kind of knew that was coming, because, I mean, yeah, that's just a given. In the meantime, the AG investigation into the matter remains ongoing. So yeah, his son speaks out, and I can't imagine the pain that this family is going through. I think that it's horrific that this family again had to see this witnessed on video for an agonizing, over 30, what was it, 20 to 30 minutes long that this took place. Can you imagine every moment, every minute of that, what this man went through? And then that was just 20, 30 minutes of the video. What happened afterwards? So, we don't know what they did to him after that, or how he was treated when those videos went off. And it's very convenient that they didn't have any audio. They didn't turn the audio on. I mean, they say that they're witnesses to his, I guess, screams, but the other inmates, but I think maybe it is a good thing. It's a bad thing that the audio was not included with these videos. It's a bad thing, for the jury, because, they should hear it so that they understand the severity of this. But at the same time, it's probably good, because the family, I'm sure he was screaming. He was probably, it's hard telling. But the video, what was something, if you watch it, it's something that it's never going to leave you. It's always going to stay with you. And it should. And so the fact that 14 people stood there and did this, and they had a look of satisfaction on their face, and the way it looked as if they were enjoying what they were doing, it shows how evil this world is getting. It's getting more evil every day. And so I don't know. That's just horrific. And my heart goes out to his son. And I ask you guys, if you guys could say a prayer for his son, say a prayer for his family. But I'm going to end that here. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Leave in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. I do know that there's one woman who has a son at this jail who has stated that she hasn't heard from her son, who is incarcerated there, for a long time, and she's worried about him, that he's not called or anything. All communication has stopped with him, and it had been for quite a while. So, yeah, there's people. If do, and I believe she was at the rally too, so, or the protest. So, if you have loved ones incarcerated, whether it's in New York, whether it's no matter where you're at and what state you're at, make sure that you check on them, make sure they're okay, and just send them a letter here and there. Just make sure, don't just leave them there. So that's all I have for you. Have a wonderful day.